For more than 200 years, the United States Marine Corps has proven itself to be the fiercest fighting force the world has ever known. It is a strong statement, but one of fact. No matter the enemy or battlefield conditions, one of the things that remains uniquely distinctive about the Marine Corps is the training of its officers. What sets them apart from officers of other services? What does the Marine Corps do to instill the leadership principles and warfighting skills in their young men and women to make them the finest leaders in the world? Every Marine officer, no matter what occupational specialty they desire, begin their service at what is known as the Basic School. The mission of the Basic School is to educate newly commissioned or appointed officers in the high standards of professional knowledge, esprit de corps, and leadership required to prepare them for duty as company-grade officers in the operating forces, with particular emphasis on the duties, responsibilities, and warfighting skills required of a rifle platoon commander. Because no other American armed service has such a school where all their new officers attend, the Basic School is truly unique to the Marine Corps. A formal school for newly commissioned officers, the Basic School resides at Camp Barrett in Quantico, Virginia, a location with nearly 70 square miles of training area and facilities consisting of a bachelor officers' quarters for 1,250 students, 3 modern multimedia classrooms, each capable of seating 250 students, and a 4th classroom set up with sand tables used for the teaching and discussion of various tactical concepts which are used before going into the actual training area. There is also a combat conditioning facility, the Martial Arts Center for Excellence, the Infantry Officers Course, and the 3rd largest and most diversified armory in the Marine Corps, which houses the rifles, pistols, machine guns, and other weapons used to train our student officers. The continuous and rigorous training that takes place at the Basic School is made possible by the Marines of Instructor Battalion. Combat Instructor Company and Combat Service Support Company provide the bulk of support for student training. An estimated 2,600 officers attend the Basic School each year. Among them will be approximately 120 women officers. Additionally, about 20 international military students are trained here each year. They represent countries from Asia, Central and South America, the Middle East, and Africa. The curriculum at the Basic School is intense. 7 classes per year are conducted, with each class having a maximum of 250 students. The course is 26 weeks long and includes over 1,700 hours of classroom instruction, practical application during field exercises, discussion groups, and sand table exercises, as well as individual counselings given by the company staff. Evaluation of the students in the Basic Officers course is divided into 3 categories: leadership, academics, and military skills. An officer's final class standing is based on his or her performance in these 3 areas and will have a direct influence in the assignment of a military occupational specialty. Each class is organized into a company commanded by a major and composed of 6 platoons led by a captain staff platoon commander. The staff platoon commanders serve as role models for the students, setting leadership examples for them to emulate. They are also tasked with evaluating and counseling each officer to assist them in developing and refining their own leadership skills.
The purpose of a staff platoon commander is to take that commissioned officer or warrant officer and make them into a capable, confident leader who can make decisions in garrison and in combat.
To aid the staff platoon commander's evaluation of the student officers, each student is given the opportunity to hold leadership positions such as fire team leader, squad leader, platoon sergeant, platoon commander, and company commander. Upon completion of the week-long tour as student leader, the officer receives a written evaluation and personal counseling from either the company commander or the platoon commander. At specified intervals during the course, students will submit peer evaluations. These evaluations not only give the staff platoon commander insight concerning each student's performance in the eyes of their classmates, it also gives the students practical experience in appraising an individual's performance, which is a responsibility of Marine officers throughout their careers. The leadership billets and peer evaluations, along with the staff platoon commander's overall evaluation, are compiled to form the student officer's final leadership grade. This leadership grade comprises 36% of their overall class standing. While the company staff officers are the primary role models, it is the warfighting group that actually conducts the formal leadership and tactics instruction. Warfighting teaches an extensive array of doctrinal tactics, such as movement techniques, techniques for day and night firing, and the planning and execution of offensive and defensive operations from the squad level to the company level. In addition to the doctrinal tactics and warfighting skills, the students learn the fundamentals of mechanized operations, urban warfare, convoy operations, communications, patrolling, weapons employment, calling and controlling all types of supporting fires including mortars, artillery, and close air support by both tactical fighter aircraft and helicopter gunships. Various senior officers who visit the Basic School serve as guest speakers at mess nights or on combat leadership panels provide additional leadership views and insights to the students. The second evaluation category of the Basic course is that of academics. The academic portion of the student's final grade is based on the student's performance on 11 extremely challenging examinations such as offensive and defensive operations, land navigation, and general administration. The last portion of the officer's final grade is that of common military skills. These skills include physical fitness, marksmanship qualifications, and land navigation. In today's Marine Corps, the emphasis is on a fast-moving, hard-hitting, and lightweight combat force. Physical fitness is one of the most important prerequisites of being a Marine officer. At the basic school, physical fitness encompasses much more than just running and calisthenics. There is a timed obstacle course and a 6-mile endurance course where the officers learn to master both natural and man-made obstacles. At times, Marines have to move into combat by foot. Endurance marches are used at the basic school to build endurance and fortitude. Another part of the physical training package is the Marine Corps Martial Arts program that teaches the student officers basic hand-to-hand warfighting skills that may someday save their lives in combat. These skills contain a mixture of prescribed grab holds, kicks, jabs, punches, and throws, specifically designed for the simplicity of execution and lethality. Bugle stick fighting is an effective way to teach the students the needed skills to defeat the enemy in face-to-face situations, and at the same time build self-confidence in their own abilities. Marksmanship is another important aspect of being a Marine officer. Students are taught basic marksmanship principles such as sight alignment, sight picture, and trigger control. The students are then required to qualify with both the M16A2 service rifle and the M9 service pistol. Day and night land navigation is another vital phase of military skills training. The students are taught map reading, terrain recognition, and how to use a compass in conjunction with a map to find known objectives. Scores from these and other military events are tallied up with each student's leadership and academic averages to determine their overall grade and standing within the company. This class standing is important to the Marine officer because that, coupled with the needs of the Marine Corps and the officer's own desires, will determine their assignment to a military occupational specialty, which will be assigned the last month of the course. Upon graduating the basic school, officers will proceed to their military occupational specialty school. No matter what specialty they are trained for, all Marine officers are first trained at the basic school to be basic rifle platoon commanders, giving all Marine officers a common bond and understanding of each other and the needs of the infantrymen on the front line. The broad range of instruction and professional warfighting education given at the basic school is presented to provide our enlisted Marines with the finest leadership possible. All Marine officers leave the basic school having met or exceeded those high standards established by the officers that have gone before them. With unforeseen enemies in an uncertain world, there is one certainty. There is no finer leader in any fighting force in the world than in the officers of the United States Marine Corps.